These are a couple flamers that we've built for row flaming. They're a hooded flamer, just a simple mild steel hoods we've built with a thermal weed control propane head in each one. It boxes in the heat and it lets you use a lot less gas, go faster, and we only flame as stuff is emerging. We don't try flaming once the crop is up. And it does a pretty effective job at killing the first flush of weeds that are really there to compete with your crop. You only need to provide enough heat, just a flash heat, to where, just like on my skin, the cells on the epidermis of the leaf, you're trying to basically boil the water in those cells to where it ruptures the cell walls. When plants are very tiny and quite fragile yet, you do that kind of surface damage, plant just hemorrhages and dies just within minutes behind you. And it doesn't take that much heat or gas to do that. We wanted to not have a big heavy steel propane tank, so we went with aluminum. They're 10-gallon upright propane tanks, all manifolded together. Typically when we're flaming, we can go about 6 miles of flaming between fill-ups. We usually have the guys in the four-wheelers just set the trip odometer so they kind of know when to expect they're going to be running out of gas. They can usually go around 6 to 7 miles, which is quite a few acres. We've got an electric winch on the back that's wired to the four-wheeler. We have a winch control up on the handlebar. We can raise and lower the hoods. We have a electric solenoid valve that switches it from pilot to full burn. So when they get to the end of the row, they flip it to pilot and the gas shuts way down to just a very small pilot stream that keeps the flames lit. We typically run either 3, 4, or 5 miles an hour, depending on how many weeds are there, how cloddy the ground is, and if there's any grass types or broadleaves. Grasses are much harder to kill. We typically go slower. We usually run the gas pressure anywhere from 25 to 35 psi. On average, this costs about $5 an acre to flame, and that is including the fuel and the person driving the four-wheeler, their wages. So it's very, very cheap.